Let's begin. And two young men who were once budding footballers and a Kenyan football referee who officiates at the lower level are now making headlines for all the wrong reasons. The trio were cast in the limelight last week during the protests in Nairobi as they found themselves being adversely linked with groups that were allegedly causing chaos in parts of the city during the protests. Our reporter Gladys Midecha tells us more.
When Sofapaka CEO and former Gor Mahia player Ronald Okoth glanced at this Daily Nation newspaper headline, two familiar faces on the front page staring back at him stood. The one with the denim jacket on the right and the one with the football jersey are siblings. Ronald remembers them because they are actually twins who once laced up their boots and played football under his watchful eye at his academy a few years ago. They were now in the news seemingly for all the wrong reasons.
So it was quite a moment of mixed emotions because I've watched them grow all the way, I think, from while they were probably 4 years. Yeah, but while they were still going to school, probably 4 years, they could pass by outside my gate. I'm not saying that I'm that old.
He had known them since the very beginning of his football journey. Back then, they weren't players yet, just eager, wide-eyed young men who served as ball boys during training sessions while he was playing at Sofapaka. They were also present during friendly matches at his academy.
2008. No, I think 2010. I can't really remember when, but I think it was. I knew them while I was still also starting out my football career.
Their talent was evident when he interacted with them. Seeing their faces on the front page hit him hard.
Very talented, very talented. I think if you, not even just this alone, if you look at more social sites, I think a lot of the pictures are being shared around because the kids that are very talented, and that's why it's quite disappointing to see them on the front of the newspaper.
The academy, named RO Sports, was based in Jerusalem at that time, on the eastern part of Nairobi city, a passionate community where dreams are born on these dusty pitches. Ronald was the founder, but he had a disagreement with the MCA and was forced to move his academy to Eastleigh High School. That exit affected several players who were unable to make the trek to the new training grounds. The twins were among those who were left behind. Okoth believes that if the academy had remained there, the players would still have been involved in the program and possibly their lives could have taken a different turn.
I believe if we were able to still have access to that pitch, that public space, that apparently we were denied and other people were allowed to, a lot of kids could have been saved from such vices.
But the MCA in question has disputed the assertion. Speaking to the Daily Nation, the area MCA Robert Mbatia said, and I quote, "Honestly, a change of training venue can't make people go to the streets. It's what values they are instilled in them that make them who they are." End of quote. And theirs wasn't the only story making headlines that day. In a separate incident, David Otieno, a lower-tier football referee, was allegedly among those captured on video terrorizing civilians during Tuesday's protests in Nairobi. The footage sparked outrage across social media, with many expressing disbelief that someone entrusted with upholding discipline on the pitch could be linked to chaos. The branch referee committee under the FKF Nairobi West branch, where Gwangi served, has since suspended him indefinitely, pending an investigation over the matter. Not for their play on the pitch, but for their roles in the protests. It becomes painfully clear that the lines between sports and politics are not as separate as we'd like them to be, because what starts on the pitch doesn't necessarily end here. Gladys Midecha, NTV Sports, Nairobi.